Good morning traders and welcome to Thursday's live trading. Today is the 20th of July 2017. As usual we are on the FTSE 100. I'm Luke from Discipline Trader. So let's get straight into this and let me show you the areas that I'm looking at on the FTSE 100 today. This is where price currently is, just around the 7440 level. We've got a 4-hour band just above at the 460 level and one a bit higher at the 480 level. Both of these bands have the R1 and R2 adding confluence to them, which is good signs. A little bit further down we've got a small intraday band here made up of the pivot and yesterday's open, and then a bit further down we've got a bigger band just below the 7400 level with the S1 and yesterday's low in it. As far as immediate trade setups go, one I would like to happen, but I don't think will, is if price could sort of move up from here and give me a sell signal from up here. I would look to trade that back down to about where it is now, if it does do that. If it comes down first and then up, I'd still look to trade that, but that's not the same trade that I'm looking at. So my initial morning trade that I'd like to see would be the price to move up, maybe find resistance, hold for a few minutes, and then give me a sell signal to trade this back down. Other than that, as usual, I will just be watching the bands and seeing how price reacts as and when it gets there. Just to let you know, I'm not going to be around much this morning. I've actually got to leave around 9 o'clock, I think it is, but I should be back hopefully before midday, if not latest midday, so still plenty of day time to trade. It'll just be sod's law if the only setups we get are in the time that I'm out, but we'll see. I'll come back to you once the price has opened and we're starting to get some signals. Okay, so we're just coming up to 20 past 8 and it looks like the FTSE listened to me this morning. We had this move up that I was asking for from the open. If this finishes as it is, as a pin bar, I will look to take a sell here. Looks like it's going to do it. So the low is 50.6, we want to be in at 49.5. We'll give that a go. So like I said before, we'll be looking to trade it sort of back down to this area where price was just before the open. If it can trigger, if it continues moving up, obviously I'll just cancel the order and move on and carry on looking for more signals. But that's done everything that I wanted it to do this morning. If we can get this swift move down, that would be ideal. So let's see what happens. Okay, so price is still moving higher. It's not doing it in a terribly convincing way. This was the signal here. Then we've had another pin bar and then another even bigger pin bar, but it is continuing to grind its way higher. So I am going to cancel this order. Like I say, we've got this band above here, up at this level. It hasn't broken this band yet, so I will still be watching for sell signals from here, but what I'm looking for now is another retest of this 8 EMA before I get short. It tested it here before this signal obviously, but it has moved considerably higher since. So to play it safe, I would like to see this tested again and then another sell signal, and I would look to take this trade down. Failing that, I wouldn't really be happy taking a buy from here, I don't think. I would take a sell from up here back down to this band if it did get up there, which is looking like it's got a good chance of doing. So I'll keep my eyes peeled and I'll come back and update you when price has moved a little further. Alright, so it's looking like I'm not going to get a trade set up this morning before I leave. I'm going to have to go in a couple of minutes, so I'm not going to force anything. I'll have a look at the market when I come back about 12 o'clock. See you then. Okay, so I'm just back from my trip out this morning. It's 20 to 2 just gone, so I was much longer than I was hoping I was going to be. So just looking back at this market then, we can see this is where we left it. It did actually break up above here, just return to this area, break up above. Here you get the proper break where you've got nice clearance from the band. It pops back down into there. You can see there's a buy pin bar just here, and this does nicely make its way up to the next band, which is one of the trades I think I said was a possibility. Actually, I think I said I was not favouring buying from here. So that might not have been one I took, to be honest, but you can see it worked all the same. We got the move up into here, the test of the ATMA, and then it's just moved through. And we're currently above even this zone here. So we've come up and tested the 7500 level, and we're just selling away from there now. So the first line of support that we've got then is this band that we've broken above. So there could be a potential for a long trade from there. We'll have to see what happens. It's coming down some at the moment. Let me just check the news announcements. So we had some at 1:30, which could be, it's the ECB press conference, so that's very likely to be the cause of this price movement just at the moment. So I will definitely wait for that to settle down. But still scope for some trading to be done this afternoon. So we'll see what opportunities arise. Okay, so we've just ticked 4 o'clock actually, and we've just got this pin bar here. I'm going to give this sell a go if I can get in. So we want to be in at 1.9, I think. I think I'm going to have missed this. But a limit order. I'll put 1.9. If that can trigger me in, then great. It's looking like it's going to go without me, unfortunately. But if it pops back up and lets me in, then fantastic. Let me just bring across this hourly chart and show you what I'm looking at, because we don't really have a proper break of this band that I'm looking at. But price has moved up quite quickly. Then we've had some strong selling come in. It's come down and tested the ATMA on this hourly chart, reacted from there, and now it's just sitting in this band. So I would like to see price have a move down into the close of the market. We've had this test, so the ATMA can still provide resistance, but hopefully now that it's already tested it, it should be able to move through it. Are we close to getting triggered? I think if that moves down now, we should get triggered in. There we go, we're in. So we'll see how this one gets on. If it comes straight up, the stop on this is not going to be massive. It's just going to be 2.5 points above this candle here. So the high is, so it's 89.5. So there's the stop. If it comes up and tags that straight away, then fine. That was the trade I wanted to take. We've had a good amount of selling. It grinded its way back up. Another good sell-off. But again, this was the reaction at the 8 EMA that we were looking at here. So now what I'm looking for is price to come back down and maybe test this band here, if not these lows again. But we'll see how it gets on. Okay, so we've just gone past 4:30 now and the market is now closed. The trade we took from this entry candle just here, as you can see, it did have a minor pop down, but it didn't last long and it's popped up and tagged our stop. So we were stopped out there for I think just under 8 points. Nice tight stop on that one. And as you can see, we didn't get the move through that we were hoping for, so the stop was a good decision. If price does stay up here overnight and opens around this level, I think I will still be looking for some more selling to come into this market, so that will definitely be on my radar for tomorrow morning. It just didn't materialise this afternoon, unfortunately. So we'll have to call that a wrap there. So minus 8 points for the day. So if you did enjoy the video, please do drop a like on it, and if you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next week.